Yo, what is going on today, guys? It is your boy Alpha Grants, and I'm back with another video. Long story short, just going to be talking about the Logan Paul situation. If you guys haven't heard about it, you're going to see it right here. A little part of the podcast that actually I was going to grasp into, but I stumbled upon Homeboy here, which is going to be linked down below. And yeah, he has some good points, and he picked out pretty much the exact same footage that I was going to pick out myself for a video. Because I have a lot of to say towards this, in my opinion and everything. Obviously, I don't know what the hell fully is going on behind the scenes and everything, but from what I'm looking at it and from what I'm reading from it, and from what I'm just looking at everybody and kind of seeing their, like, how it goes, it's been pretty wild. So I started watching this, and I thought, this is the perfect part that I was going to do mine. And I was like, I kind of listened into like a little bit, and I said, let me just make a review on this, or a reaction on this. So that's what we're doing right now, guys. Without further ado, Crypto Zoo, whatever the fuck it's called, Crypto Zoo. Crypto Zoo scam, quote unquote. Let's see.
When I'm looking at this from my point of view, bro, I think you guys are kind of like, you're seeing it from your guys' point of view, which is obvious because it's your point of view, and you are not a scammer. You don't hurt people. You don't do these type of things. So it's gonna affect your heart because you didn't do that. And for the world to look at you in that type of way, it's very drowning. It feels like you can't breathe because people are already painting you out to be something you're not. But put a pin in that. Over here are people that root for you, that look at you like somebody they want to be like, they want to achieve like. And so when they invested in your project, and they're remember, they don't have our lifestyle, so they're working paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck. So when they go, fuck yeah, Logan's involved in this, I know it's going to win because I've watched this guy win, and I want to be like this fucking guy. So I'm going to invest my hard-earned money. From their point of view, I get your guys' point of view because you're dealing with a legal team, you're dealing with all the people that did you wrong. But from their stance, they go, how dare you go and open up 2 other projects when I just wasted my hard-earned money on something that I believed you would do. So this is a point of view that...
And that's where I want to step into. I'm going to let George speak. I haven't heard his point yet. This is probably where I got to. And I was like, all right, I need to do something. But George is totally right on this aspect. And I feel like George is just real as a person. And he just feels like he needs to say, and them too, don't get me wrong, Logan as well, but during this situation and this podcast and the situation all in general, the whole thing, the impulsive podcast, he's just really real on it. So I feel like he's going to really put his input on this. But yeah, I feel that. I mean, people are living paycheck by paycheck, and they're wondering what the hell is going on with this project because you're not saying anything about it. And I don't want to say too much right now because I kind of want to go more into it, but I want to hear what they have to say more. But yeah, pretty much, why would you start 2 projects? But I mean, he's got a loss, or he's got like lawyers and stuff, so I'm guessing this is going on in the background, but his lawyers are probably telling him not to do it, Logan and his team. And yeah, I'll tell you my whole full input at the end, but yeah.
They don't care.
I'm going to be putting my input throughout.
What you feel like and what CoffeeZilla feels like. They want to demand answers for their own money.
100%.
So what do you say to the people that watched you make the...
Let's go back.
The project where you're taking pictures and all the other projects. Yeah. How does it feel for you in your seat where your team's saying, hey, shut up, don't bring this up, we're going to bring this back in the future and all the answers will be explained. How does it feel knowing that you couldn't speak up in time and now you look like this villain, and no disrespect, you look like a piece of shit to the people?
Yeah. That boy George is the real one, bro. George is asking the best questions possible, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
And the reason I say George is asking the best questions is because he is.
He definitely
George is real, bro. George just came from the normal life. He just started getting it. I don't know if you guys follow George, but George literally been hanging out with Logan for years, right? And he been driving his same Toyota. He just got out of his Toyota, bro. His life is really just changing. You know what I mean? His 2 channels just started popping off. He's doing some stand-up.
He's on Impulsive.
So George's gonna ask real questions, like real people, like normal everyday people.
He's a God-loving person, you know. He wants to know answers because he's a normal person. You made
this project, and then you switched over to multiple other projects. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do NFT. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. That didn't work. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna go do WWE. I'm making Prime. I'm like, you got a lot of stuff going on, bro, and that's awesome. But you gotta speak up on. You gotta speak up on what else is going on with people. Like people.
I'm definitely commenting on this man's thing because from right here, he's telling the truth. I mean, I like this guy, man. Hold on.
Where people are hurting, bro. Like you said, that's their hard-earned money.
That are like, yo, fuck this guy sitting on millions of dollars, always trying to get attention, and now he doesn't give a fuck about us, so he's not gonna speak out about it until this other fucking dude's gonna speak out, and now this cocksucker is gonna talk now.
Great question.
Very good question.
The answer is fucking heartbreaking, George. I'll get emotional even speaking about it just now, right now, but this is what broke me. People relied on me to create a project, and when shit wasn't working out...
I need to take a piss. Make sure this is recording.
I found out the extent of just how bad things were behind the scenes. I had to rely on my team. I crumbled internally, and the advice was, while actual legal process was going on because of criminal investigation taking place that CoffeeZilla highlighted in his series, I had to stay silent. And for a fucking year, I'm hounding Jeff. Hounding Jeff. How do we make this
Jeff's
right?
his manager.
What's the status of the game?
You're a millionaire, bro. You could have gave
But they
Where
don't
are
see
we
that.
at?
They don't see that. That's crazy.
Hold on, what did homie say in the corner?
How do we make this right? What's the status of the game?
You're a millionaire, bro. You could have gave
But they
Where
don't
are
see
we
that.
at?
They don't.
You're a millionaire, you could have gave the money back. I don't think it works that easy, though. Because from the backstory of what I'm hearing, which I don't know if they're going to talk about this, and that's why I kind of don't want to say it right now, but yeah, I understand he has millions, but I'm pretty sure people stole from the company. I don't know if they're going to bring that up or not. I don't know if that's true. But, how do I say this without kind of having to say my whole thing about this? Because I've watched the whole podcast. Don't get me wrong, I've seen this already. I don't remember this whole part, obviously, but I'm just reviewing it. But, there's more to it than just that, because you can't just be like, here's your money, you know, and I don't think it works like that, you know, especially in, like, if you got lawyers involved and stuff like, in contracts, definitely contracts involved, and, you know, you just can't, and he might have lost a lot of money on it, so he's trying to figure out what to do, and I don't know, let me just keep this going.
See that. That's crazy.
The engineer stole the code.
Told them something.
Who was hired by a fucking con man, a guy that I found out to be...
You're a millionaire, bro. You could have gave
But they
Where
don't
are
see
we
that.
at?
They don't see that. That's crazy.
The engineer stole the code.
Told them something.
Who was hired by a fucking con man, a guy that I found out to be a con man, a guy that I had trusted. Not just a guy that I had trusted, a guy that billionaires had trusted.
Do your research,
A guy that
man.
fooled the Mormon Church and the New
Gotta do
York
your
Yankees.
research.
And now in hindsight, 1 + 1 = fucking 2. I get that. And the advisor, again, that I trusted, was selling against my buyers, people that actually wanted to play this game. It was like a mountain. It was like a mountain that collapsed one after the other after the other. This massive forest fire would come up. I thought we'd put it out, and then something else would happen. And something else would happen. And then my legal team goes, yo, there's criminal investigation going on. It is best to stay silent at this moment.
Mm.
Okay.
So
That
I have
makes-
another
That does make
question.
sense. on that point.
I understand your point of view because I'm your friend.
But-
I actually was with you when you found out, and I saw how like your face turned white and you slid up against the fridge when you found out. I was there, so that's why I could boldly with my chest out be like, bro, I watched when this guy found the news. But fuck CoffeeZilla, fuck you. No joke. What do we do for the people that were fucked?
I and my team, Jeff, and I'd like you to sit in, Jeff.
You a real one, bro.
Are working. We are at work and have been working to make this game, and that's part of the solution. Deliver the fucking project, right? And that's never stopped. There have been massive road bumps and massive obstacles along the way, but that was always the prerogative. CoffeeZilla making a series or not, the game is being made. He just assumed we gave up on it, which is not true. However, the answer is yes, George. I'm not a fucking scammer. I have the best intentions, and I will make this right for the people who believed in me. You know how adamant I was about fixing all of this and making this right.
Sure.
And for a year, I was told I couldn't say anything. And then CoffeeZilla series came out, and I fucking called you guys. I said, I'm making a statement. I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
I spent days writing this thing.
And honestly, I just want to say something right here as well. I think his team pretty much told him to be quiet. Maybe not Jeff, but like the lawyers and all that stuff and Crypto Zoo, their team and stuff like that. They probably just told him to be quiet, because we're going to fix this. We're going to do all that. We're going to, Don't worry about it. These people's money is safe, blah, 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 blah. That's probably what the whole thing was, but yeah, let me shut up.
Days
I'm
right
talking
now
too
figuring
much.
out how I could poke the obvious holes in CoffeeZilla's.
Hey, don't Jeff look like Russ? I like the way
He kind of does.
Defamation and arguments and manipulation of this story, because at the end of the day he told a story. Some of it's true, some of it's not. I don't know what to believe from his stuff, and I don't know what not to believe. I found out stuff. I found out things watching his series. Like dude, I was at the airport when I watched the part where he said Jake's had stolen,
Of course.
I
was like, what?
$6 million. I don't know if that's true or not, but I knew he was a bad actor, hence why we kicked him off the fucking team immediately when we found out he was only in it for the money.
Prerogatives, yeah. Things fucking fell apart. From Zach to trying to find new devs, realizing that our first lead dev couldn't perform, and then realizing that now there's an investigation going on.
But it's also you have to understand that it's not simple. I mean, he's trying to bridge the gap here between protecting his client, protecting a project that he's been a part of, getting out whatever information is possible. I've said this a million times. The internet loves to oversimplify very fucking complex issues.
On top of the complex issue that we dealt with, which were issues with people, the blockchain technology, and this is something that's brand new, and Logan.
But I'm sorry to cut this off again, but as George said, maybe Jeff's gonna explain it here in a second. I don't know, but like Jeff said, people are living paycheck by paycheck, loving this man, and they're wondering because they don't know the whole concept of a business. They don't understand that. Like just normal people, it's just people that love you, and you're putting money into this, and they're not understanding the whole business concept of it. It's not like, I'm sure Logan would love to give the money back right away, honestly, but it doesn't work that easy, and that's probably why they're trying to say simplify it, but they want an answer to that, They want an answer to that, which hopefully they get here.
It in his head of a really cool idea is actually somewhat complex.
Which is, by the way, hard for me to swallow.
Okay, and
I have a vision and an idea of these things, and then I say, Jeff, here's what I want to make. Here's what I want to do. And then people are put in place to attempt to make that happen. And when it was found out that...
The projects don't happen so easy, bro. A lot of people's projects cost hundreds of millions of dollars to create, bro, and to actually get it going.
Hold on, did he say billions or millions?
Hundreds of millions of dollars to create, bro.
I think he
And to
said
actually
millions.
get it going.
Hopefully.
And it doesn't just take 10 devs, bro. A lot of projects take hundreds. You know what I mean? There's a reason that companies have so many employees, bro. So to just try to start something, and it not be a meme coin or to not be something like very small and it to actually be what you want it to be, bro. You would have probably had to actually go to investors. As rich as you are, you would have to use those.
I agree. I agree on that
riches,
aspect.
bro. And went to
I definitely agree on that aspect.
you know, someone who actually has that type of capital and net worth to invest in there, and who believes in your ideal, and who thought.
But I think he might have. No, I don't. I don't actually think he might have had investors. To be honest, I don't know. It's like I said, I just don't know the behind the scenes guys. But and I'm just answering homie up here, who made the video that I'm gonna share down below, obviously, of course. And but yeah, I mean, you think his team would be a little bit smarter, and I mean, Logan's got a lot of shit going on, so, and I'm non-biased about this at all. I don't know what the situation is, but what I'm seeing here from watching this is, let me just continue.
Either A, they had ill intent, or B, were incapable of doing it, and then shit really hit the fan. What do I do? What do I do?
I actually have an answer for that. When you're on the top rope at WWE and you're going like this after a crazy show and the audience is going crazy, when you're bringing Prime into the table and people are drinking it, being like, how the fuck is this product this good? When you're doing these absolute, like, we're watching a superhero kill these side quests day after day after day after day, none of these quests would be completed without your team. And when you win, we celebrate together. What I need this team to start doing is when you guys take a dip, you gotta stop pointing the fingers at each other.
When all this broke, when we were in Qatar.
Why'd they just cut off George? Hold on, did you guys hear that? Hold on. That's not cool.
And when you win, we celebrate together. What I need this team to start doing is when you guys take a dip, you gotta stop pointing the fingers at each other.
When all this broke, when we were in Qatar.
See, they cut him.
Let him. He probably went on to say some smart shit. George,
See, he knows too.
GG George, you walked off the show before. That's all right.
Bro.
You got pride. You got beliefs.
I don't remember that part.
You know what I mean? He a comedian, but hey, listen, man. Everybody get hit a little low where they kind of feel it.
Hold on.
George is a G, bro, and the fact that they're like clipping him up to get Mike's perspective, and I ain't no disrespect to Mike, but come on, bro, let's be serious. It's George.
Remember this? We were in the spa one day, and I saw the pain in your and this. Like
Alright, talking about the pain in his face in the spa. Come on, bro. They should have left it on George. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments, bro. We're just gonna keep covering this, bro. This is a long one, hour and 20 minutes. We're gonna cover a few different things, bro. Anyways. Make sure you subscribe to the page. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. If we could do that.
All right, guys. That looks like it's it. Sorry to cut homeboy off, but his link is going to be down below. But I do want to say some stuff about this. Because I feel, in my opinion, all right, that honestly, Logan understood what he was doing. As he said, and he just gives the ideas to his manager, does that, you know, and he lets it run. And he trusts a team to do it for him. But I think his actual PR team and stuff like that should really look into who they're hiring into something like this. And that's where I don't. And I'm not pointing fingers or anything, but I mean, since people are pointing fingers, I guess I'm gonna point fingers too, because that's how you fucking kind of get down to the bottom of it. You got these people on your team that you don't even know, but you trust because they got a good word. That's what it's sounding like to me. And I could walk into an office and I could speak some good shit too. I could write some shit down on paper and make it sound good. and you could trust me, and you don't look at my background, I could be a fucking murderer. You know, I could be a fucking like what they were. Fucking they were stealing from other companies and stuff like that. I believe that Logan Paul's PR team, they just really weren't looking at what the fuck like was really going on. Logan just shot him an idea, and partially this is Logan's fault too, because he didn't really keep up on it as much as he probably should have, because he put too much on his plate. He's got everything going on, you know, from WWE, this, Prime, probably some other shit, but you know, this is why I'm non-biased here. I feel that it just seems like a big I don't know, like we're gonna have to find out more about what's going on down the line, obviously, but this is my honest opinion. I don't feel like it's fully Logan's fault. I feel like his team definitely should have, because he hires his team to do that type of shit because he's got so much shit going on. So he would put trust into his team and respect into his team, because his manager and everybody trust into these people, that they should be at fault, if anybody. But if you want to fix it in a situation, I would have to say, figure out what's going on. Find out who stole the shit, which you already did, supposedly. Tell your people you're going to get your money back. We're going to refresh this stuff up. If you guys want to rejoin, you can rejoin. Hand the money back that they gave, not the money that people stole, which might have been part of that. I don't know. But as your side of a business owner, Logan, and your team, I feel that maybe you should give them an answer. Maybe don't give them their money right away. Let them know, all right, we're going through a lawsuit right now. Yada, yada, yada. These people need their money back. That's all I'm going to say. And that's all I have. Love you guys. Low gang for life.